everyone. Welcome to the Arkansas Angle. I am joined today by two special guests, incredible gymnasts for Arkansas Razorbacks, Frankie and Morgan Price. Yes, they're sisters. They're just coming back from the NCAA championships. Thank you guys so much for joining me. They placed seventh overall at NCAA. So, how does it feel to kind of come back to Arkansas and just relax for a little bit?
Yeah, it feels really good. Obviously, we had a really good competition down in Fort Worth, so we were just super excited that we were able to reach our team goals of that and to come back and finally just kind of relax after season. It feels good.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Looking back on the season, we put a lot of hard work into that, and just being able to relax and reflect on the work that we put in was really nice to do.
Yeah, and Frankie, you're the oldest sister, correct? By how many years?
Three.
Okay, so you guys are 3 years apart, but I know Morgan was telling me she graduated high school early and then was able to reclassify, and so you guys were able to compete together, which was awesome. And Morgan, I know you started at Fisk originally, which you made history there as it was the first HBCU gymnastics program.
Yes.
And then you eventually joined your sister at Arkansas. What was it like to compete as sisters and teammates?
Yeah, it's everything. I mean, obviously, we grew up doing gymnastics together, but never competed at the same time either, just because of different age groups and everything. So to be able to spend our last year together was super special. We also live here together in Arkansas as well, so it just made it even more better, knowing that I have my sister who I can always lean on and who will always have my back.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then how did you guys get started in gymnastics? Because it's a very interesting sport. I feel like I grew up in Florida and like a lot of girls did gymnastics, but they didn't really stick with it. And I feel like the ones that do stick with it very much become successful. So how did you get started in this sport?
Yeah, we honestly come from a very athletic background. Our dad plays baseball, our mom did cheer, our little sister does cheer as well. So honestly, gymnastics is similar to cheer in multiple ways. So I think our mom was just like, let's try something new. There was in that first like mommy and me class when we were younger, and we stuck with it and loved it. So here we are.
And what is something about gymnastics that people might not know? Like, I know a lot of gymnasts don't really go to regular high school. Some of them kind of just leave high school early or just do homeschooled. How was that experience like with you guys?
Yeah, obviously, you train a lot of hours throughout the week, so sometimes you don't have the opportunity to go to actual in-person high school if your high school doesn't like allow you to work with your gymnastics schedule. Thankfully, my sisters and I, we were able to do gymnastics in the morning, and then we went to in-person high school for the rest of the day. So that was a really good opportunity for us. But in our elementary school years, we actually did homeschool at the gym. So we actually kind of did like both sides of it. But gymnastics just takes a lot of time and dedication, which honestly most people don't have. So it's definitely a very rigorous sport, and you have to definitely like put all your time, energy, and effort into it, or else it just won't work out.
And so at a young age, was that something your mom kind of stuck you guys in, or were you watching the Olympics and were like, I want to try that?
I think we were always watching the Olympics, like Simone Biles and like gymnasts like that and stuff. We were always looking up to them and watching them. But we were just excited to get into the sport of gymnastics alone. Like we definitely kept them like on our screens watching them as well. But we were just super excited to get into it.
And I'm sure you watched the Olympics in 2012 with Jordan Weaver, who is now your
Yes.
head coach.
Yeah.
Would you ever have imagined that she would be coaching y'all?
Not at all. I remember I was in history class in high school when I got the Twitter notification that she was going to be the head coach, and at that point I was already committed. So I was like, she's about to be my head coach. Like this is crazy. But wouldn't change it for the world. She's been great.
Yeah, and Morgan, what are your thoughts on Coach Weaver?
Yeah.
Coming from an Olympian and then becoming a head coach, still very young and just
Mhm.
accomplished, really.
Yeah, she's amazing. I feel like she's such a great coach. One thing that I really love about her is that she pushed us to be great gymnasts, but also great people outside of gymnastics as well, because obviously gymnastics will end one day. So you want to be able to have personable life skills as well. So I think that's something that really stands out about her. And she's just an overall great coach, great human being as well.
And Morgan, you also made history this year, scoring the first ever perfect 10 in Arkansas gymnastics history. You did that on the vault, which was absolutely incredible. And I saw so much support, not necessarily, obviously, with the Razorback Nation and all those fans, but people outside of gymnastics, honestly, like seeing, wow, this girl scored a perfect 10, especially in Arkansas where gymnastics isn't super popular. So, talk about making history.
Yeah, it was amazing. The coach on vault is Kyla, and when I first came to Arkansas, that was one of my goals. I really wanted to compete that vault consistently, and I got to do so this year, so I was super excited. But just putting all the hard work into the gym for that moment, obviously, you want to score a 10 every single time in gymnastics, but realistically, that's just not realistic. So when I hit the vault, I was just super excited that I stuck it, and I just, I hoped it was a 10 and then it was a 10. So it was just super exciting. All my teammates were so supportive. The arena went crazy and it was just a super fun moment.
And Frankie, when that happened, I saw you were one of the first people to just hug your sister and everything. Talk about just the sportsmanship that you guys have with Arkansas gymnastics.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, as gym backs, we value our sisterhood and working together all the time, especially this season. So to have Morgan here and to just join the gym back family that I've been a part of for so long has just been so special. I'm just so proud of Morgan. She made history at both her places, and she's such a hard worker, and she's dedicated, and she's honestly just been so grateful just to be in the SEC and to be at Arkansas to begin with. So her heart is fully in it, and to watch her go out and do what I know she could was just amazing.
And you guys are great representatives for the University of Arkansas, but also great representatives as African American women. You, I believe, Frankie, are also in the Black Student Union at the University of Arkansas, and Morgan, you're very involved with AKA, your sorority. And just talk about being representatives in that angle as well.
Yeah, I think that's something I kind of like hold very close to me as to why I chose to go to an HBCU as well. I care a lot about my culture and just like being able to represent my ancestors in a way. So I feel like gymnastics is a way for me to do that. And also with my floor team, just like incorporating my sorority, I feel like that's just a way to like tribute and just like pay homage to that as well. So that's just something that I definitely like to like keep as my image while I'm a gymnast as well.
Yeah, it's been great at Arkansas too. I think on my side of things, it's been an awesome chance to just educate my teammates and people who don't know as much about Black history as I do, just to encourage them to want to know more about it. We had a couple other Black gymnasts on the team before Morgan joined us, and me and Leah Smith actually worked really hard to get the Black National Anthem to play at our meets in Black History Month, and just have different chances for the team to go and look at Black history things. So I think like in years previous, we've had like every year we go and visit like something about Black history and Black culture, and it's just been great to see the team want to know more about it, ask us questions about it, how we feel about it, and just respect us as a whole on how we feel and what we just want the Black history image to look like with Arkansas gymnastics.
Yes, and I see that so well, especially in your routines. You guys incorporate a lot of Black culture into your routines, like using Beyonce and like cool dance moves and everything like that. So what goes into making that routine and picking the songs that you want to use in those?
Yeah. We collaborate with our coach Caitlin, who's on floor, and we really sometimes just bring her ideas and visions that we want to like relate on the floor, and she works with us so well. She's a great dancer as well, so it kind of makes it super easy to figure out what kind of floor routine you want to do. But everyone's floor routine is different and unique to them, so I think that's something that also just like stands out about us.
Yeah, and I've noticed that the love for Arkansas gymnastics has grown really every year. You know, a few years back, you guys were performing at Barnhill Arena, and now you guys are at Bud Walton, which is incredible, and it seems like it's very packed almost every time. So just talk about the growth of Arkansas gymnastics and the reaction you've gotten from fans.
Yeah, it's been great. I have to honestly give props to our coach, Jordan. She came to this program and absolutely just did everything positive to it. She wanted bigger and better for us, which is why we're in Bud Walton Arena now. That was one of the things she said she wanted to do back when we were still competing in Barnhill, and she did just that. The team absolutely loves it. I think Barnhill will also hold a special place in our hearts just because that's where the team started competing originally. But Bud is bigger, it's better. The lights are just shining on us so brightly, and the team just really takes it all in. That just the sense of gratitude that we get to be in there to begin with. Razorback Nation is so awesome. They always show up for us. So it's been really great.
That's awesome. And what you guys are, Frankie, you're a fifth-year senior, so you've already had your undergrad graduation and everything.
Yes.
But Morgan, you are about to graduate, correct?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so what are your plans after graduation? I know you guys have some businesses, and tell us about those.
Yeah, so we are starting a business called the Balance Group, and it's basically incorporates all three of us. So we have a younger sister as well who does cheerleading at the University of Tennessee. So we plan to build a business called the Business Group. It'll basically have like three pillars: balance athletics, balance media, and balance wellness. So obviously the athletic side will be gymnastics training, dance, cheerleading, kind of all the above. And then Balance Media will basically be all of our like PR, social media stuff, communications and everything. And then our Balance Wellness will be all things that you need to stay healthy as an athlete. And we think this business will really just come together super well. We're building it in Nashville, Tennessee, and we plan to just help gymnasts and help athletes just like become their best, just like we want to be. So we just want to be able to give back in our community since we were born in Nashville. So it's just something that kind of comes to our brains, and we are all going to work together while doing it.
That is so. Oh, go ahead, Frankie. Do you have something to
I'm
add?
sorry. I was just going to say how excited we are about it, and how it's just a chance for us to pour into these young athletes that are coming up behind us, and just get to recognize what it means to train with the Price Girl and get that experience as well. So I think with all of our experience and our knowledge with gymnastics and what it means to be dedicated to the sport of gymnastics, just being able to teach the younger ones what that means and bring them along with us.
Yeah.
That is so incredible to see you guys do that, because you have all of the experience being gymnasts your whole life, and you still get to stay close to the sport. And I want to talk about NIL and gymnastics because, you know, you guys were in high school and have been around the sport when athletes who were at the Olympics, like Coach Weaver, for example, you know, those athletes had to make a decision on, okay, do I chase this Olympic dream or do I go off to college? And now athletes get the opportunity to do both and monetize off of it.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
talk about, I guess, like the opportunity that athletes in gymnastics get while chasing their dreams and then building a following, and then they can still monetize off of that.
Yeah, it's been insane to see it within college athletes. I think a lot of them just honestly just come with the natural God-given talent with gymnastics, and then they get rewarded, not with like only just an awesome fan base, but getting paid through these brands and companies that want to work with them and just highlight a different part of their life, not only gymnastics, but their personal lives and who they represent and what they stand for and all the things. So I think it's been an amazing transition. At Arkansas, we have a lot of areas of support in that area where we just get to learn about NIL and all that it can do for us. So it's been great.
That's awesome. And so where can everyone find your businesses and your social media accounts so people can keep up with what you guys do after you leave the university?
Yeah, so we have an Instagram. It's called Bound by Balance Official. And we also have an email as well, boundbybalanceofficial@gmail.com. And we actually have a capital raise to get us started as well. So if you're interested in that and want to help support us and our business, just email us or DM us, and we would love your support.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me today. And thank you for everything you've done for Arkansas Gymnastics and just elevating this program and bringing more eyes to the sport. It's been great.
Thank you so much.